afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's 1:30. I needed to do this afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I needed to do this very quickly. Bear with me. CItizenAY here. You're watching CItizenAY on. You're watching CItizenAY on TV on YouTube and on Facebook. This is a simultaneous broadcast. I'm trying to do something different this morning. Hope you're all well. Wishing you a happy Sunday. I wanted to touch base on one or two things. A lot of things going on. Please subscribe. As I'm talking to you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel on Citizen. Happy Sunday to you all. Thank you all for joining me last night. I'm probably not going to stay too long, but I'm trying to do different things. Please, when you come in, you will see the link for the AY on YouTube. I'm trying to test it out, and I'm live on YouTube as I speak to you, whereby you can see what I'm doing on YouTube live as well. So this is a simultaneous broadcast. What has been happening with my numbers? If you see, the numbers on my podcast has gone down drastically. The numbers of people who are watching me at any time been reduced by Facebook. So we're not going to give that power to them. We're not going to give them the power to control what we do. What we want to do is to give information out to people to be able to make important decisions. Now, one of the reasons why I'm calling this morning is I wanted to talk to you all about the Yoruba Rescue Fund. The Yoruba Rescue Fund has been a fund organized by a group of a lot of very, very committed Yoruba people. Myself, Alagba David Hamilton, Erelu Abike-Ade, Alagba Ilesomi, Daniel Alagbala, Alagba Ade Thomas, and many others. We set out to actually create the funds so that we can raise some funds to be able to have some funds ready for our youths, the coming generation. What has happened is that the governance in Nigeria has failed to provide for the future of the coming generation. So what we are doing is we come together to put the Yoruba Rescue Fund together, and it's not in any of our names. You will see that none of us have got our names on there. It's called Yoruba Rescue Fund, and we've got all different names. This is not about us individually. The funds that are inside that Yoruba Rescue Fund, those funds, they are specifically for Yoruba people. At such a time when it's necessary, those funds will be taken out, whereby we're going to be catering for Yoruba people. We have suffered long and hard. Those funds will be there to support families, children, and their needs. So I want to state that. So please, those who are going around and actually trying to label David Hamilton and Erelu Abike-Ade and others and saying that they are thieves and whatever, that is not the case. That is a lie. Please understand and know very well what you are talking about. If you don't know what you're talking about, I would advise that you don't start making good afternoon. Yes, thank you. So no, it's not my birthday. No, it's not my birthday today. No, it's not my birthday. I'm talking about the Yoruba Rescue Fund. I'm talking about Ami Ashewa. So please, what I'm saying to you all, as I'm speaking to you now, I am live on YouTube. Please, I want you all to subscribe. We have over 90,000 people following us on YouTube or Facebook. So some of that, we would like you all to please go right now. Click on the subscribe button. You will have it on the top of this page where it talks about CItizenAY. Please subscribe, because Facebook, as you can see, the numbers on Facebook are going down drastically. They're doing everything they can to make sure that the reach that we have is curtailed. Don't want to leave it in their hands. What we simply do is we'll have multiple ways in which we're going to broadcast. So we will broadcast on Facebook. We will broadcast on YouTube. We will broadcast on Instagram. We will broadcast on, Twitter. All of these things is just to make sure that we continue to give ourselves that chance to be able to get our message out there. So that's what we're trying to do. The reason I have to come out now, I was watching what Yomiko Ike is doing, and please let's continue. All of us, we're all doing the same thing. We are all talking about Oduduwa Nation. Now, like I said, the reason why I came out this morning is to clarify and to ensure that people do not have misconceptions about the Oduduwa Yoruba Rescue Fund. There should be no misconception. The funds is not meant for personal use. These funds are going to be going straight to what it was intended. And what it was intended for is to support Yoruba people. And that's what we are doing. So I want to bring that to your attention. I want you to make sure that whoever is spreading false rumor about the Yoruba Rescue Fund is doing a disservice to the people that need those funds. It's not to us. They are doing a disservice to the people that will need those funds at the time when the time comes. So please, please, please stop spreading. Whoever is doing this spreading of false rumor about the Yoruba Rescue Fund and saying that it's been taken away, the funds are being used for personal purposes, it's a fraud. It is a lie. It is a lie. I come here. I said yesterday, this morning I would come, morning this afternoon I would come and I would talk specifically about that Yoruba Rescue Fund. So I want you all to please bear that in mind. Please pass on the message. Yoruba Rescue Fund is a legitimate GoFundMe that is aimed at raising £200 million for Yoruba people, to cater for us, to cater for all the sufferings we've been going through. So whatever you can do to give, to donate to that, please do. We appreciate whatever you can give towards those funds. Just type in Yoruba Rescue Fund and it will come up. So far, we have over £5,000 in there. Those funds are not going anywhere. The funds will be for what we promised they would be. And I want to state that. So please, those of you watching me on YouTube, please share, tell your friends and family. Please subscribe to us on YouTube as well. We are live right now on YouTube as we speak. We are trying to make sure that we do not give Facebook the power to stop us from broadcasting and speaking truth to power. That is what we do on CItizenAY. We speak truth to power. We empower people to be able to take decisions that will positively impact their lives. That's what we do on CItizenAY. And we hope to be able to continue to do that. So please, those of you who are watching me on CItizenAY on YouTube, share it to your friends and family. Those of you watching me on Facebook, like I said, there are close to 92,000 people on Facebook who are following us. Close to 45,000 who like the page. Please tell people about our YouTube channel, CItizenAY YouTube channel. We need to make sure that we have options. When Facebook start doing what they are doing now, the numbers that we have on Facebook is showing 14. I know for a fact that there's more than 14 people watching me, but Facebook are controlling it. They're bringing the figures down deliberately because they are trying to psychologically get people like myself to feel disheartened and stop our broadcast. You can't stop us. This is not about one person. This is about all of us. So I wanted to put that message out there about the Yoruba Rescue Fund. David Hamilton, they are not fraudsters. Neither am I. We created those funds. I don't have access to those funds. Not a penny of those funds is going into any of our pockets. Not one penny. It is the funds meant for Yoruba people in total. This is not a fund that is going to be funding what I'm doing. No. That is why you see me. I'm quite comfortable to talk to you about donating to Yoruba Rescue Fund. And I mentioned to you about my CItizenAY Awareness Fund, which is to do with raising awareness about the Constitution. Now, so I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. I hope any misconceptions that anybody might have about Yoruba Rescue Fund We are putting it to bed right now. And we are making everybody know that those who are promoting Yoruba Rescue Fund, in myself included, we are doing it from the goodness of our heart because we believe in the Yoruba people. And the funds that we raise there is going to be used for the intended purpose, which is to care for the people. Yes, they are against the truth. Exactly. Pearson Price. They are. Thank you. They are exactly the point. You know? So you are absolutely right. Facebook are against the truth. They don't want the truth to come out. So this is why we are doing what we're doing. What I will be doing also is I want to go now and talk about the Nigerian constitution. And I want to talk about it from this point of view. The 774 local government, it must stand, absolutely, Sonny Paza. The 774 local government areas that we have now, I want you all to know this. It was not a democratic creation. This was created by the military. Are you following me? Are you hearing me? This was created by the military. That is one fact that we must make sure we share, we spread. This is another reason. You see, they took, when Abiola won the elections, Babangida, Abacha, and all of them, they took away his mandate from him. And they came and imposed not only the constitution, the military drew up the 774 local government councils, such that now they put in the political power in their own hands in the north. Are you following me? Are you following me? This is what they did. There is a book which I'm going to try and read a little bit of for you. I have evidence to back up what I'm saying here. I'm just going to see if I can. I'm not going to give you too much about it now. But I want you to know that the government of the day, they have been engaged in the military. All of the problems that we have can be traced back to the military. They enforced an arbitrary carving of the local government. They carved it up in such a way to make sure power, political power, ended up in the hands of the North. That is why we cannot support this constitution. I'm giving you yet more evidence. Let me see if I can give you, if I can bring this out. I'll show it. Open it. Government. I'm going to try and open it up so that you guys can see it as well. Well, I don't know if I can make you see it on here, but those of you on YouTube, I'm just gonna, please just bear with me. I might not be able to show you the documentation because it's I'm still not too au fait with how YouTube works well, but over time that will change. I will try and see if I can. I think I can actually show it, but give me a minute. I'll see if I can read it to those of you who are on Facebook. So let me see if I can go into it. One, please. I'll try and get that out. Okay, I know what I'm gonna be bringing it out. Try and see if I can share it. But the point I'm making here is this: the 774 local government councils that we have now was not a democratic creation, but that of a military imposition. It was a military imposition on us all, so that we know when we're talking about this, that we are going to make sure that people are aware. One second. People are aware of what has been done. We have been cheated by those in the military. One second, please. Trying to get the information. So just bear with me. Information, because what has been done to us open. Stay with me. Okay, let's open this. Okay. Now we got it open. If I'm oh you those of you who are on YouTube, you might be able to see it. Those of you on Facebook, I'll see if there's a way to do it, but it might be difficult to do. But I wanted to just show you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, CItizenAY. Those of you who are on Facebook, because Facebook, thank you very much. I'm happy for you. Enjoy your stay in Sambisa Forest. Who's there? Who's that? Sambisa Forest? Okay, you must be talking to somebody else. But anyway, but what we are saying is this. What we are saying above all else is that the Constitution is a fraud that was imposed on all of us. This was an imposition. We never signed up to it. Never signed up to it. Huh? Huh? Okay, I'm just trying something out. It will. Right. Okay, good. I think we got it. Okay, got it. So now I'm gonna do something. Come up behind. I'm gonna. I'm just showing on of you who are on YouTube. Just gonna trying to bring that up for you. So do bear with me. I want to read something to you. Let me see. Is it the long term, the third tier government purposely created to bring grassroots development opportunity? Trying to see. Now they created this. They forcefully created the 774 local government council arbitrarily. We had no say. Again, how many people, how many of us can say that we were part of the decision making when they created those 774 local government council? We weren't. Again, this was the military. Let's not forget, they took the power away from, they took Abiola's mandate away. Let's see if I can find the video to show you. Oh, I can't show you here because I wonder if I can. Maybe there might be a way of doing it. I'll come back to it. Trying to find this other paperwork. Trying to find that paperwork for you. But what I'm saying to you is that the 774 local government councils were created. The local government councils and entrenched in the 1999 Constitution were arbitrarily and disproportionately created by the military administration. Listen to those words, though. The 774 local government councils entrenched in the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria were arbitrarily and disproportionately created by the military administration. The point that you need to hold on to, those of us who are following this, is that the military imposed this on us. We had no say in it. We had no say in it. That's what I'm trying to, that's the point here. We need to understand that the basis upon which we have the senators now, the basis upon which we have House of Reps now, That basis is on a flawed basis. I can argue this in any court of law. I can argue this. I'm not a lawyer, don't get me wrong. I'm not a lawyer, but I am telling you that I can go to an international court and argue this case. And those in power now would have to face justice. Because the 774 local government areas are the basis upon which now you now have your senators appointed and elected. They're the basis upon which you have your House of Reps, your local government leaders, your, all of those areas, the governors. So you can see, I hope you can see now that this is the fraud. This is yet more evidence of the fraudulent governance that we have. Without us dealing with this, without us confronting this illegal constitution together, we can't get Oduduwa Nation or Biafra Nation. I will keep saying it again. So, they did this on two fronts. The constitution, the document was one area. The constitutional document, the decree, was one area. Now they went in and they carved out the local government areas to suit their plans. That is why you will see that if we were to go into any discussion about a voting pattern in Nigeria today, if you combine the north and the south, if you combine the southwest and the southeast together, our numbers will never be enough to defeat the northerners. Are you following me? Are you following what I'm saying? And it's because the military who imposed that constitution, they also imposed the 774 local government areas that they arbitrarily carved up to suit their own purposes. None of us in the South were consulted. They imposed it. They woke up one day and said, no, from today, this is your border. That is your border. We are telling you this is your local government area, and we will decide it for you. That is why you have somewhere like Kano having more local government areas and seats than you would have in Lagos. But Lagos is the hub of the business of the nation, the activity of the nation. Are you following me? Is this making sense to you all? Are you following what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to all of us now is this. The military, they did two things. They wrote a decree whereby they said that is now our constitution. They forced it on us, number one. Number two, they carved up the land, the local government council. So we can go to court. What we need is more voices to be speaking on this. We can go to court and prove this because we have a start date. Because it says here, the 774 local government councils entrenched in the 1999 Constitution. So you can see they entrenched it. Once they created the Constitution, they go, how can we now make sure it has power? The best way is to carve up the local government in the manner that it will suit us, so we will make sure that the power stays in the north forever. Are you following what I'm saying? I hope you are all following what I'm saying. Are you following what I'm saying? Are you following what I'm saying? I hope it's making sense to you. Are you all following what I'm saying? Mike, what I'm saying to you is this. Two things have been done to us since 1999. They wrote a decree that they passed to our Yadudu to put to all of us. There was no referendum. They told us it was adopted. They forced it on all of us. We were force-fed that constitution. It is actually a decree, number one. Now, within that constitution, they carved up the local government area to favor them in the north forever. Now, do you see that what was done was a fraud? That is the fraud that was done to us in 1999. That was the fraud, because the 774 local government areas was also created by the military. And let's not forget, when Abiola won the elections, Abacha came and said something. Let me see if I can find that for you. Let me see. Abacha statement on Abacha on the elections, on the 80s, in the 1980, 82. Let me see if I can find it for you. 1 second. I'm just going to give this to you. I want you to play back. So you need to understand what was done here. We need to understand. There's two things, but we're not seeing it. And I'm hoping you will see it. Those of you who are on YouTube, you will see the writing I've put up. Somebody wrote this up, and it is in there. The document is there to back up what I've just told you. There is actually document to back. I'm telling you that 1999 is a fraud. It's a fraud. Do you understand? The military took power. They wrote a document. In that document, they carved up our land. They made sure that the power that was with everybody was taken from all of us. And they made sure that that power, whatever you do, if we do not challenge this constitution, if we do not bring it down, the power will remain in the north, whatever you do. That's number one. Number two, they made sure that there was no opportunity for us to have a referendum. This is by design. Oh. All this is by design. 93 elections. Thank you very much. Abubakar. Abdusalemu Abubakar. Thank you. 93 elections. So let me see if I can find that thing for you. Abacha statement. Abacha on Abacha's statement on overthrow. On overthrowing the government. No. So Mukofewo, please, I'm sorry about that. I'm just wanting to get this right for you. So I want you to hear what he said. So you need to understand. Firstly, the military said they did not have, here we go, the takeover speech.
Parents.
Listen.
Sequel to the resignation of the former head of the interim national government and commander-in-chief of the armed forces, Chief Ernest Shonekan, and my subsequent appointment as head of state and commander-in-chief, I have had extensive consultations within the armed forces hierarchy and other well-meaning Nigerians in a bid to find solutions to the various political, economic, and social problems which have engulfed our beloved country and which have made life most difficult to the ordinary citizens of this nation. Chief Ernest Shonekan took over as head of state and commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces at the most trying time in the history of our country. Politically, economically, and socially, there were lots of uncertainties. Things appeared bleak, and the atmosphere was heavy with uncertainties. However, driven by the belief in himself, his countrymen, and love for his country, he accepted to face the challenges of our time. I will therefore...
I'm going to pause it. I will play that video back. I'm going to I'll make sure I'll share with you on either on, let me just see. I will try, and 1 second, let me, 1 second, please. Okay, yeah, that's it. I think I got it on here. Those who are on YouTube, you'll be able to see it with me. Get the others to move it. Let me make it, I want to make it Okay. So bear with me. Now, the reason I'm saying this, many of us, I don't understand. We have lawyers, we have experts, we have all of these people. We have people who are qualified, more qualified than me. I'm not a qualified person in law. I'm only an accountant. I'm a qualified accountant, management accountant, retired. That's who I am. But I have an interest in what is going on in my nation. I have nothing to hide. Listen, I have nothing to hide. I'm retired due to my health. But what I'm saying to you all is this. This constitution that they imposed on us, I'm telling you, categorically, it is a fraud. And I've been giving you the instances. I've read to you documentation now that tells us in no uncertain terms that this was an imposition. So for those of you who are on YouTube, I will play it, you will hear. And I will talk on with those of you who are on Facebook. But I will share that video with you later on. I will do a video so you can play it back and understand. And we can break down that video section by section to make us understand that these crooks, they took power twofold. They carved out the land. They wrote the fraudulent constitution, a decree. They said it's now a constitution. Wait, we did not, there was no referendum on it. But they forced us to accept it. And at the same time, they carved up the land in such a manner that I am telling you, if we do not confront this constitution, for the next 50, 60, 70, 100 years, however many times we try to confront this, we will never have an open and honest debate whereby you can pass a law to break this stranglehold on our neck in the National Assembly. You will never be able to do it. And on top of that, let's not forget the 68 items that they've given themselves power. Look, it's a triple lock. What these guys have done to us is a triple lock. Let me see if I can play that video for those who are there. So, I'm going to just...
Sequel to the resignation of the former head of the interim national government, you see? And Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces,
Abacha is saying
Chief
that
Shoneka, and my subsequent appointment as head of state and Commander-in-Chief, I have had extensive consultations within the Armed Forces hierarchy and other well-meaning Nigerians in a bid to find solutions to the various political, economic, and social problems which have engulfed our beloved country and which have made life most difficult to the ordinary citizens of this nation.
We all stand up against it,
Chief Shoneka took over as head of state and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces at the most trying time in the history of our country.
It is a
politically,
we have the
economically, and socially, there were lots of uncertainties.
By the military.
Things appeared bleak, and the atmosphere was heavy with uncertainties. However, driven by the belief in himself, his countrymen, and love for his country, he accepted to face the challenges of our time.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I will therefore like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to him for his selfless service to the nation. He showed great courage at taking on the daunting task of heading the interim national government, even a greater courage to know when to leave. Many have expressed fears about the apparent return of the military. Many have talked about the concern of the international community. However,
Abacha is still talking.
Under the present circumstances, the survival of our beloved country is far above any other consideration. Nigeria is the only country we have. We must therefore solve our problems ourselves. We must lay a very solid foundation for the growth of true democracy. We should avoid any ad hoc or temporary solutions. The problems must be addressed firmly, objectively, decisively, and with all sincerity of purpose. Consequently, the following decisions come into immediate effect.
So, here we go.
The interim national government is hereby dissolved.
See?
The national and state assemblies are also dissolved.
National and state assemblies dissolved.
The state executive councils are dissolved. The brigade commanders are to take over from the governors in their states until administrators are appointed. Where there are no brigade commanders, the commissioners of police in the states are to take over.
Everything was run.
All local governments stand dissolved. The directors of personnel are to take over the administration of the local governments until administrators are appointed.
From Abiola.
The National Electoral Commission is hereby dissolved.
I hope you're all following me.
All former secretaries to federal ministries are to hand over to their director generals until ministers are appointed.
I just want us all to
the
know
two political parties are hereby dissolved.
There's three things. They dissolved
all
everything,
processions,
and they made
political meetings, and associations of any type in any part of the country are hereby banned. Any consultative committee, by whatever name called, is hereby prescribed. Decree 61 of 1993 is hereby abrogated. A provisional ruling council is hereby established. It will comprise the head of state, commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as chairman, the chief of general staff as vice chairman, the honorable minister of defense, the chief of defense staff, service chiefs, the inspector general of police, the attorney general and minister of justice, the internal affairs minister, the foreign affairs minister, and the national security advisor.
And I'm telling you,
legislative powers will reside in the council.
There are people who know what I know.
States will be governed by civilian administrators to be appointed later.
It's not about me.
Also, a federal executive council will be put in place. Our security system will be enhanced to ensure that lives of citizens, property of individuals are protected and preserved. Drugs trafficking and other economic crimes such as 419 must be tackled and eliminated. On the current strikes throughout the nation, following the increase in the price of fuel, I appeal to all the trade unions to return to work immediately. We cannot afford further dislocation and destruction of our economy. On the closed media houses, government is hereby lifting the order of proscription with immediate effect. We, however, appeal to the media houses that in this spirit of national reconciliation, we should show more restraint and build a united and peaceful Nigeria.
You see, what they mean is not
fellow Nigerians.
He's talking about a united and peaceful Nigeria. What they're talking about is a Nigeria that only the full. That is all. All of this is showing their bond coming out. And we need to address this head on. I will play that. I'm going to come back to that point later. So for those of you who are watching on the other channel, if you're watching, please share this broadcast. It's very, very important. Please, I'm urging you, subscribe to me, subscribe to CItizenAY on YouTube. Your help and your, because what is being done to us here, see that the numbers are down. I'm not too worried. In fact, I'm not bothered about it, because I know what they're trying to do is they're trying to psychologically demoralize us, so we give up on giving out essential information like you just received now. You have just received a privileged information that they don't want us to know. And until our job is to get that information out there. As I've always said to you, I hope you've shared this information on your platforms, on your pages, and tell everybody about it. I've just told you now, there are three ways in which the military pressed and continue to suppress us. Number one was that not a constitution. Number two, they redrew the map of local government areas and states. They redrew everything. So it said, oh, we now have 774 local government areas. And all of this was done without the consent of the people. They did it using military force. Now, when they finished doing that, to cap it off, 68 exclusive items that I've been talking about was also drawn up. So you can now see that it's a triple lock on our collective freedom. It's a triple lock on our collective freedom. I hope what I'm saying is making sense to you. And there are 18 of us on the platform who are watching. Okay. It's down to what these people, they don't want us to speak. They want us to be silent. The information, they don't like the fact that this information that we're sharing, it's going to have impact. And they want to make sure that we don't get that information out. Let's not allow that to happen. Let's make sure that we get that information. Let me see, I'm trying to. Right, okay, I'm just going to share it. Beg your pardon. I want to just share this video share it on group where people follow me as well, despite the attempts by Facebook silence us, because that's what they're doing. It doesn't matter how much they do this. Continue speaking. Have to, because this is about the coming generation. It's not about you and me. Generation. It's not about you and me. It's about the generation. So I'm posting this in the by awareness. Well, I want to thank those who have been donating to the Oduduwa TV. I'm sorry, CItizenAY Awareness Fund. CItizenAY Constitutional Awareness Fund. Thank you very much for your donations. Those funds will be collected together. We'll be putting the effort. The simple task that we're doing is to make sure that we empower our people to know all of this information. A lot of things have been hidden from all of us. A lot of things been hidden from all of us. You all hear me? A lot of things. They've hidden a lot of information. I've just told you now. Get that information out. Here we go. The 774 local government councils entrenched in the 1999 Constitution were arbitrarily and disproportionately created by the military administration. That's number one. So when they tell you, oh, we only have 774 local governments, these are the ones we've had. What they don't tell you is, oh, this was imposed by the military. Because we should challenge that. The basis upon which every election is taking place is a fraud. Because it was imposed by the military. Let's not forget, the military hijacked our democracy. Now they imposed an unjust 774 local government areas. They hijacked our democracy. Let me see if I can find you one more thing about true. For you. I'm gonna try and look, we need to dissect this. We got to be very, very surgical about this. It's down to 15. Doesn't matter. They don't want us to talk. Yeah. So people are saying, oh, cool speech. Thank you. 985 Babangida, cool speech. I'm going to try and listen to that speech. So, what was this now? Where was it done? August 1995. In a coup. So just listen to that one. Then I think you need to look at again. I'm going to go and look at this again. I'm coming back on CItizenAY.
Take this opportunity to declare once again, therefore, that this administration attaches the greatest importance to constructive and helpful criticisms as well as the freedom of the press.
You see, I am going to actually do something on this on Babangida. I'm going to break it down. We're going to look at the words. He said something now that attaches he respects the freedom of the press, and of course, nothing of the sort. The press were silenced. They were killed. People were. This is what we're facing. So, I am going to not do this. Sorry. I'm going to have to reject that now. On a live call, and I can't take it. So, listen, guys, what I'm saying to you now, we need to also go and look at, we need to understand what happened with why Abacha overthrew government. Let's not forget, after Shagari, during Shagari's era, that's when they were going to have an election. I think that's correct now. And the election was to transfer power from Shagari next man. It said, "Oh, not believe it," because the northern man did not win. Do you all follow? Are you all following? The northern man did not win. They couldn't believe that a southerner was trusted above a northerner by all of the citizens. Are you all following what I'm saying? That they couldn't believe it, and that is why took over power. Said they didn't believe. You understand? So it's very important. And from that minute on, the same military that hijacked our and not be given this legitimacy to keep in place an illegal 774 local government council. They can't. Thank you very much, my brother Chima Deploy. Thank you. They can't. We cannot. You see, we said we need to go back to 1985. Oh. Anything before 1985, I mean, anything after 1985 is riddled with fraud. The evidence is there. I will look at the video and I will play it with you when I'm finished with this, because I'm doing it in a different way. I'm trying to do it via YouTube. For those of you on YouTube, I hope you can see there's a picture of Babangida in August 1985 when he took over power. And I will dissect that video. Then we will dissect the video of Abacha. So we will understand that for us to even talk about 774 local government areas, we need to understand that that is a military imposition. You understand me? It is a military position. I'm gonna take it now. So it is a military imposition. 1 second, please. I'm gonna have to say something. The live broadcast. Later. So I couldn't take that now because I couldn't really. So I have to. So listen, guys. I want you all to understand. Somebody is coming to you and they are forcing, they say they don't like the fact that Abiola won the election. They now get the military, their military men to take over power. Everybody knows. Even they, Buhari said Abiola was the president. Back in 20, was it a year or two ago? They now said June 12 is a day to now honor Abiola. Can you see the game they're playing? They now accept that Abiola won that election. So if Abiola won that election, that means that whatever construction, constitution, local government council, anything they pass, the military have, by their own actions, by recognizing that Abiola won that election, they have nullified everything they put in place. This is what we need to be doing. We need to take this argument forward into our communities. We need to expose the military for what they have done to us. Are you following me? They have put us in a prison for life. It's up to us to get out of that prison. It is up to you and me to get ourselves out. And the first thing we do, we have to delegitimize we have to make sure that we expose the illegitimacy. We have to expose the illegitimacy of the 774 local government council, because it is a fraud. Like I said to you, I keep reading again. There's a guy called Okafor Chizoba, Department of Political Science, Nnamdi Azikiwe University. He wrote something, and it says here, not all of it is relevant, but this line I want you to hold on to. Let me see if I can that, and I'll bring it to you. Yeah. So the paper I was looking at, but I'm just going to read to you. I want you to have that information and take it, and you will see it come up on your page, on the screen soon. Because I want you all to have this information. And this is key information that we can. This is not a question of talking to these people. It is unjust what has been done. It's pure and simple. What has been done is simply unjust. They lied. They killed. They took power by force. They imposed unjust things on us. Copy. Let me see. I'm not going to stay too long because I have to be in a meeting in another half an hour or so. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I'm going to put something up. You will see it come up on here. So let's see. So this is, just read that comment. I want you to take in that comment. Don't just read the comment that you will see come up. Read it and take it in. When the time comes, I will bring more documentation to support that evidence, this assertion. But essentially, what I want you to recall, to remember in all of this, is that under no circumstances did Southerners agree to this 774 local government council. The military start up one day, halved up the entire country to suit their political aims. The military, listen, they knew they couldn't be a military government for them. So they planned, said, okay, if we are going to give it back to them, we'll still be in control. But here's what we do. We take away as much of all of the local government. We front load the local government to make sure that the North, whatever happens in the South, the two of them combined, they will never match us. Why you have 19? No. That is why we have the breakdown we have. That is why. So, what we have is a fraud. The Constitution is a fraud. The 774 local government is a fraud. The 68 items that they use in ruling us is also a fraud. Something we cannot look away from. It is something collectively that we cannot look away from. And I want you all to bear that in mind. I want you all to bear this in mind. This is a fraud. And it is impacting our lives as we speak. That fraud is what is allowing them to transport our oil. To Timpere Silva is agreeing for the law oil to leave Ebonyi, to go outside of the Nigerian border, 260 kilometers away from where the oil is, to be produced in a refinery in Niger. Do you think Timpere Silva is doing this willingly? Not. Not. Do you think that the transport minister for transport, whatever his name is, Amechi, is doing the train, the trains from Nigeria to Niger. He's doing it willingly. Not to. This is about power. And they are oppressing and suppressing us in our own life. This is Bob Oni. Thank you. These are the things. This is where we need to raise awareness in our towns and our states and each of the towns. We need to raise the awareness level. You raise a very good point. We must recall them. But we must, before we recall them, our people first know they have to know what is wrong. They have to know. This is why the constitutional awareness, this is not a talk about the government. We don't need to talk to the government. Who we need to talk to now is our people. To make them know about this injustice. To make them know about this injustice. Why I am doing this program. This is why I am sharing it. Those of you, please, if you can, get your friends to subscribe to CItizenAY on YouTube. Because we need this message to go far and wide. We need it to go viral. Please, I'm asking you. You can see that the numbers that they put us down in Facebook. We have over 44,000 likes, 90,000 followers. And they are telling me that only 16 people are watching me now. It's okay. It's okay. You know that song? You know when that guy said, they told him to come and explain how the money went. And when it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We know. We know they're wuru-wuru. So, what I'm saying to you all in all of this, the essence of what I'm saying is this. And I still maintain it. And I'll put again I am going to put down how can I do it? I want to put the 68 exclusive items. Please make sure you continue to talk about the 68 exclusive items. But also now add to that the 774 local government councils entrenched in the 1999 1999 Constitution of Nigeria were arbitrarily and disproportionately created by the military administration. Now you will know conclusively that this constitution is. You all follow what I'm saying? You all follow what I'm saying? Is it making sense to you? Please share the CItizenAY with your friends and family. Because I'll be doing more on there. Facebook are trying to bring the figure down. They don't want the information. Maybe they are working with the Nigerian government. Who knows? I don't care. But you are getting this information to make sure that it's more and more people. So we can wake our people up. Information, critical information like this is what we need. The military have held us down in 3 ways. One, our government, the creation of 734 local government areas that heavily favors the north. Majority of it is in the north. Number two, the fraudulent constitution. Number two. That fraudulent constitution. Number three is within that same constitution, they created Schedule 1, 68 exclusive items. Three. My people, let's not accept this anymore. Please, I say it categorically. Today is Sunday. Church is not your problem. Going to pray in the church will not solve this problem. Now they hear me so? Going to church will not solve this problem. We need to confront this thing right now. Made it in ways that we cannot do it. Thank you. But we can. Exactly. Because we need to take this to the international law, international court, and make sure that we dismantle that 1999 constitution. It's a fraud. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm telling you, is a fraud. You have the evidence in front of you. Just told you. The military arbitrarily, they created 774 local government areas, which they entrenched in the 1999 Constitution. And they know that once you pass the Constitution, whatever injustice they do is sealed. Why we are saying the basis upon which they enforce the Constitution is fraud. There was no referendum to pass this Constitution. You cannot adopt a Constitution for 200 million people. Impossible. Impossible. You cannot force 200 million at the time, maybe 120, 130 million people to adopt a Constitution. What you do is to table the Constitution before them. Do you guys accept this? Do you want any changes? The military did not do that. Post it or not. That is why they go into any, if you bring anything on the floor of the house, it will fail. That's simple. Here. So, my people, amen. For Biafra to Anyanwu. Thank you very much. I hope this is making sense. Please do share. Please share the broadcast. Facebook are telling me that it's only 16 people watching me. Okay. No, they're gay. It's okay. Me, I no go complain. I know what they do. But my brothers and sisters, I'm asking you, subscribe to CItizenAY on YouTube. The link is above. Make sure you tell people about it. Because information like this, where we speak only truth to power, those who know what we know, they are so afraid that if many people know this, that contraption, just on the strength of the knowledge of what I'm telling you alone, will collapse. Don't want it to come out. Not about you and me. Not about you and me. It's about making sure that people, all of us collectively, work together. Who's this for? Hope you're all hearing what I'm saying. It's very important to expose the fraud. Very, very important that we expose this. And they're telling me it's only 17. Now, let me tell you. They told me, Facebook said to me, it's only 12 people watching me. 17 people. But guess what? 49 people have shared this. That math doesn't add up, does it? And let me take, if I can take a picture. They said only 49 people are 17 people are watching me, but I've got 49 shares. How is that? I've got the evidence here. Let me just do this. I like to have evidence. I like watching things. I like studying things. Me, I would not say anything. I'll just be watching. And next minute, I will just bring the thing and you will just be looking and be going, now how? Yeah, you see? It says I've got 18 people watching, but I have 49 shares. How is that? How we take B? That's on Facebook. Please. So I'm asking. This is the reason why I'm asking you to support me on YouTube. Subscribe. Tell people about AY on YouTube, so that we can continue the work we're doing on exposing the lies of the government. Whether Facebook are working with them, don't know. But one thing I do know is that they are trying to prevent us from our mission. So, I said, let me see if I can get this information. Again, I will give you, those of you who might have missed the discussion about the 68 items. If you haven't got it, here's your opportunity again to have it. Because I believe that information is something everybody should have then to explain at a moment's notice to anybody who wants to hear, to show how we've been oppressed by our own governance. We need to show that. We need to show that. We need to show that. We need to explain it to people. We need to keep talking about it. We need to keep making sure the whole world sees the fraud. the fraudulent governance that is being used to oppress and suppress us. The whole world. See? Okay. Okay, I will do it now. I'll put the link up. Thank you very much, Samuel Ajayi. I'll do it right now. Thank you. Let me get the link up right now. Thank you. The link up. Just saw it just now. When you want something. But it's here. Anyway, I'll bring it up. I did have it just now. 1 minute. So somebody's asking for the link. I'm going to put the link up. So that we can just there we go. Copy that. Copy link. Got it. So you will see it come up now, guys. I'm going to put it up. I'm probably not going to stay too long, but I want you all to please subscribe to the YouTube. So I'll put it here. Put that up here for our YouTube channel. So that because they're trying to, they're just trying to bring the number up, bring it down. Put it up. See it now. Okay, so now I press it. Okay. Sorry, one more time. Sorry, one more time. Just bear with me, please. Get it right. Okay. Now you will see that. Just click on that link when you see it come up. So what I'm trying to do is to make us all, if you can subscribe to that YouTube channel, I'll very much appreciate it. Because Facebook are telling me that there's only 14 of us, but it's been shared 49 times at least. Something is definitely not right there. They're not getting their sums right, but that's fine. That's okay. But please, what I want you all to remember in all of this is that the 774 local government area is a military up to it. Let's not forget, the military hijacked our that is what we know. They hijacked. And they continue to. So I'm just going to leave it on there for a minute. Is there anything? As I speak to those of you on YouTube, I'm just going to show you. Those of you on YouTube, what is happening? Facebook are telling me, just to give you I'll explain. Facebook are telling me that there is only 18 people watching me. But if you look at the bottom if you look here, there are 49 people who have shared it. It's been shared 49 times at the very least. So 17 people have shared it 49 times. And there's only 18 people watching me. Okay. That's why. So that we get the number. It's about 298 people on my YouTube. Let's get that to about 1,000 or something. So that way, and we have 90,000 followers. So let's get to about 98,000 followers on YouTube. That way, we can do the work that we bring in awareness to everybody. I ask you all, those of you watching, please subscribe. Do that, because that way, the only way Facebook, clearly they are trying to run down the reach AY on YouTube. That's what they're trying to do. But we're not going to bother with that. We're not going to, don't let that worry you. Subscribe to us also on CItizenAY on Instagram. But those are the things we're doing. You can see the numbers is being deliberately hacked down, kind of stop us from getting that information now. So that's why I'm showing you that. Those of you who are on YouTube now, the broadcast, because of 50 Facebook. This is because I want us all how it is how we get this information. Again, I say to you, one of the things that I want you to, I'm going to keep reiterating this point. The 774 local government councils entrenched in the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria are arbitrarily and disproportionately created by the military administration. That is undisputed. You can quote that anywhere in the world because that's what happened. We need to state this fact. So thereby, all of those seats of the senators, the House of Reps, it's based on fraud. It's based on fraud. It is based on fraud. Fraud of an unimaginable kind. Let me see if I can read this right. So here is what they did. There we go. Initially, I'll read this to you. I want to read this to you all. This marks the beginning of the nationalization and creation of local government councils in Nigeria and the subsequent entrenchment of the councils by the federal military government. Entrenchment by the federal military government. And let's not forget, the military overthrew. They hijacked the election. So there's no legitimacy in this. Look, let's take this to court anywhere, but I know we don't need to go to court with them. We're not. Because they're not interested in court. They just want to kill. They are only interested in killing and taking power. But what we need to do, this information that I'm reading to you, we need to share it among to know that even that 774 local government council is a fraud. What the evidence here? Showing you. God. Let me show. So the federal military government. Can you see? The federal military government. Nothing democratic about this. So the military created the 774 local government council. Therefore, illegitimate. It is a fraud imposed on us. Our own free will in our own communities, we were never part of this. I know that's why they are trying to silence, because the information I'm giving out, they don't want it to come. But it has to come out. And look, I love the work that Yomi is doing. And we need to do different, all of us need to attack this from different angles. So they will have to think, who do we take out first? You have to be doing this at different. If you have any ideas or different things that you want to bring on board that you want to share, I will share it. I'm not interested in me. It's not me. We are all leaders. We need to work together to dismantle this fraud. It's a fraud. You cannot dismantle a fraud by going to a church. You cannot dismantle the fraud by going to the mosque. You dismantle the fraud by exposing it, making sure that everybody in your own community knows about this fraud. Because the church and the mosque is a fraud. I said it. The church and the mosque, they are both fraud. This constitution is a fraud. The 774 local government council is also a fraud. And the 68 exclusive items is also a fraud. Now, I want to read, let me just read a bit more to you about it. So, let me. From 301, so we had 301 local government councils in 1976, 1974. However, the government in entrenching local government councils, the federal constitution, in the federal constitution, the federal military government vested responsibility for creating new local government councils in the federal and state governments. At the same time, stipulated that the number of local governments in the constitution. Federal government also provided the federal statutory funding of local government councils in the constitution. This laid the foundation for the political and constitutional challenges for creating the new local government. I'm just giving you a bit of background. Follow me. Follow me. Every Senate, every National Assembly vote on us. Now cloaked in what is called, we're not in a democracy. Don't delude yourselves, so we're not in a democracy. Because if we're in a democracy, there will be discussions about how the land will be cut, how they will do it. There is no democracy here. There is no democracy. Dadawaya boogie. Okay, fine. Whoever is watching me, watch me. I'm speaking truth to power. I don't have anything to hide. See? Do we need to shed blood before United Nations come to divide Nigeria? But this is why we need to bring this. This is why our job, those of us in diaspora, need to expose this to people. Those of us in diaspora, we need to expose all of this. Those of us in diaspora. I'm probably going to wrap up in the next 5-10 minutes. I need to go off. I want to thank you all, but please, whatever else you're doing, I'd like you to stop. Very, very important. Yeah, exactly. Kelly, Emma, MC, like exactly. Do we need to? So with this information with the information I'm providing to you now, I said to you, one of the key damning evidence states here that the 774 local government councils entrenched in the 99 countries were arbitrarily and disproportionately created military. Now, in any of that word, point out which one of that is democratic. Any of the words I just of those, no democracy in that. This was an imposition that is have bad. If you have in the National Assembly, you try to pass a law to the court of the 724 local government imposed by the military. And because they ensured that there was no chance for referendum, to make sure that there's no election. Because if you vote on this project, what I'm saying is making sense. Only 15 of us, I know what they do. But please, before you leave this place, share the city. We need to raise awareness. We need to do. Wake up our. Make them know that this 774 local government council was imposed by the military. Had no hand in it. Just like they imposed that constitution on us, had no hand in it. Just like they imposed the 68 exclusive list on us, they had no hand in it. They need to control it. Okay. So my people, please, this struggle need to pull up powers, roll it up, literally get to work. There is no legitimate attached 724 local government councils. They were created by the military. Hear me, and don't just that down because something, just put it down. There is no legitimacy that can be attached to creation. Yeah, creation. I'm going to just write this down because of 774. That's what we need to go to. We need to attack it at the foundation. Destroy this thing. Have to bring it down. They have enslaved all of us. It was created by the military. Created, was enforced, created and enforced, imposed, created and imposed by the military. Just backing that up with what I'm saying, I have every confidence. I don't even need to even doubt myself. That's the fact. I said, the fact. That is the good afternoon, Stephanie. We're just explaining that the foundation of we are talking about the very foundation of that nation now. It's in 1990. The very fake foundation. You see, all of these 774 local government areas were created by the military. That is what we weren't involved. The people were not involved. They forced this or not. After they overthrew sitting government, firstly, Naira Abiola, his right to be, they now agree it should have been. Secondly, Abacha now over to make sure, and they did that to make sure that they would have controlling power forever above on all of the country. Whatever they say goes. That's the fact. And until we all address that and confront that head on, we cannot break away. How dealing that I am. Because it's a fraud that we must. Going to the church, going to the mosque is not confronting. You are putting it to one side, praying that something will suddenly drop, and only you that can. Of us, let's take care of it. Let's work together. Let's empower our youth, especially need to know this fact. Because everybody steps, 774 local government councils. But how was it created? To use, take power and keep power forever in the north. Collectively, information we need to hold on to. There are 3 ways they've done it. The 774 local government council, they impose it on us. The fraudulent constitution, they impose it on us. Now, the third part of it was the 68 items in Schedule 1 of the Constitution. With that 68 items, any part of that country, they can take whatever they want. They owe nobody any or resources, anything they want. Because it boils down to that imposed by the military with the 774 local government council and of course the 68 exclusive items. So I'm going to wrap up. Hello, Sandra. Please subscribe to Facebook. Here's the evidence. Let's see how many people are watching. Hope you're sharing. There are 49 shares. Got 49 shares, 30 comments, only 15. Alhain, good afternoon. Please, I want you all to subscribe to CItizenAY on YouTube. Tell your friends and family to subscribe to CItizenAY on YouTube. Put the link at the very top. Tell them to subscribe. Facebook are trying to bring down, use the reach. Let's not give them that power. Urge you all. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers the next few days. We have just about 300. We have 90,000 in AY. Some of that. 1,000 people, subscribers on YouTube. So we can carry on with this information. These are really giving you for the next 2 wrap up and get on over here, do another thing. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So somebody's writing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So now I'm just telling you all, please ask yourself, remember this. The military were the ones that get 7 32 in the north. Nobody stand together and Yoruba. As simple as that. That is illegal. Just military imposed it. The people's voice are what? That's not democracy. Not democracy. We need to make our people aware of that. They are slaves. Let's all think about that. Let's all work on that. Before I go. Click on it, subscribe. Let's have a like you all. Tell family and friends. Very important. In fact, it's 295. Also, you can also join us on there. That in one sec. So we're down to 11 now. So just getting numbers going down. It's okay. You're not surprised. Make sure that yeah. Okay. Now we are over 304 subscribers. That's good. But we need to get to it. Because when you get to 1,000, there are certain things that spread the knowledge. Knowledge that we're sharing. Government of the turn to our problem. Doesn't lie in it. Doesn't lie in it. Hope you all Let's continue. Justice that way. Please share this podcast many times as you share it. Share. What I will say is when I do finish, share it among friends. Get them to subscribe. Thank you all very much. End of you now. Way fun. Facebook. Don't be surprised. Or read that line. I want it to be ringing in your ears. $174 French in the night. Arbitrarily and senators, councils, not legitimate. This is why work with our people. Biggest struggle. Making them aware. Please, I'm gonna put a stop here. Put a stop. Please share this message. Done is a fraud. 774 local government accounts created by the military. A fraud because the people did not agree. The military imposed it on us. And the 68 exclusive items they're using to oppress and suppress us, we didn't agree to it. The military imposed it on us. And they're dressing it up as a democracy. It's not a democracy. We are still in under military. Be very, very clear about it. Take care. So you all on YouTube, thank you all very much for watching this. Please make sure you share this, friends and family. Subscribe. Get your friends and family and everybody to subscribe to us on CITIZENAY on YouTube. Because like I told you, as I've told you now, on Facebook are deliberately reducing my numbers. So the number of people that are watching me is less than the number of people that have shared it. I'll leave that for you to decide if that's possible. That's even realistic. On a normal day on CITIZENAY, we were 300, 400, even 1,000 people watching. You know what they're doing. Share it among friends. Thank you all very much. Thanks for watching.